Hi, and welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. My name is Maureen, and I'm so happy that you've decided to join me today for a tarot reading. Today's reading is going to focus on what's coming next in love, and I was really called to use all aces today. So this is from the Star Maiden Tarot. If you really enjoy this deck, let's get started with your choices. Group 1, you have the Ace of Cups. Group 2, the Ace of Swords. Group 3, the Ace of Wands, and Group 4, the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry about my Band-Aid, got a little boo-boo there. Okay, timestamps are below. I'll see you in just a minute. Let's see what the universe has for you today. Hey, number 1, welcome into your reading today about what's coming next in love. Let's get started with your messages. This is going to be a general reading today, so we're just going to see where it takes us and what the universe has for you. Hope you're doing well. I'm up super early, so I thought I would get a reading in for you. Queen of Swords is the overall energy. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. So I'm really kind of focused immediately on the butterflies here. Okay, because we have, I'm sorry about my Band-Aid, because we have the butterfly on top of the cup here, this is the card that you were kind of intuitively connecting with. And this, is really wanting some sort of change, I feel, when it comes to your emotional life. I feel like there's something that you feel that has to shift, has to change. With the Queen here, she's got all these butterflies around her. So I see a lot of transformation around you. I see you getting to the truth of things. I see you wanting to speak up about something. This could represent you, this can represent someone around you, but it's the overall energy of the reading is the Queen of Swords, and she's smart, she's practical, she uses her mind, she gets her emotions in balance. She's really sort of focused on having clear boundaries. I feel like there's a message here about needing clear boundaries. And I feel like there might be people around you that are sort of hindering your love life. I feel like you want to connect with this butterfly right here, and there's all these other sort of energies around you. And so it's about like clearing away, particularly any negative thoughts about yourself, any sort of insecurities around love and relationship. I feel like you are going to be standing up to the people around you. You're going to be protecting yourself and your own boundaries when it comes to love. That might have been a problem in the past, either with friends or with family, sort of getting involved, having a lot of opinions. This is about you stepping into your power and your sort of communication skills around what you need. And it's like, listen, I've gone through all of this. I'm ready for the transformation. I'm ready for the abundance. I'm ready for the overflowing of emotions. Now, it's interesting, this the only cup that you got in your reading today was the one you chose yourself, which says to me that it's something that you are focused on, something you're wanting to bring in, something you're connecting with. However, there are obstacles for that for you, okay? And I feel like you've taken on a lot of burdens. It could be connected to financial. It could be connected to work, to obligations that you have with your family or at work. And it's like you just feel burdened. You feel like you can't even get close to feeling that abundance because you're so overwhelmed, okay? And if you're in a relationship with someone right now, this can be a message about you needing to shift and change something because something's got to give. That's what just the movie Something's Gotta Give just keeps coming through that line for you today. There's a need for you to have a shift and change in perspective, and I think that's what's coming. It's either a focus too much on the financial or someone taking money from you or some sort of like boundaries being crossed, okay? Maybe you've been feeling taken advantage of in relationships or in a specific situation, and that's something that you need to step back and take some time to figure out. The Hangman is about taking that time, that pause, that reflection. It is connected to Pisces energy, so that's the only other water connection we have here. The thing about the Ten of Pentacles is it can be connected to family wealth, family money, your own money spending, your own spending habits. It could be that you've just been under a lot of pressure and stress financially, which, you know, many of us have. The economy is terrible. People are losing jobs. This is about feeling a lot. I just feel a lot of pressure here for you. And I think that what's coming is I love seeing the Queen here as sort of the overall energy, because it's like you've got the sword and you're cutting away what's blocking you from what it is you want, which is this butterfly. And where is the butterfly here in your reading? If we look throughout your reading, it's right your first and last card. It's right where you started. It's what you wanted. There's that transformation. This is what comes after you do all of this work, where you set up these boundaries, where you speak for yourself, where you share the burden with others, right? But there is a shift and change coming. This is a pause. You know, I see you taking a moment, taking a step back, really prioritizing your life. And in a lot of ways, that's what helps you in terms of love. I think that there's a period of time coming up when you are going to be challenged, and you're going to have to make kind of some changes and shifts in your priorities in order to make relationship energy something that you focus on. Because this is you juggling a lot. This is you losing resources. This is, or someone else taking them. You know, this is about fairness when it comes to financial resources, when it comes to relationship energy, and it just feels like you're going to go through a period of transformation that ultimately is going to get you to this stronger place, and connect you with that butterfly. I feel like that's what you want. You want this, but you're in the middle of all of this, or there is a situation that needs some attention. And a lot of it has to do with your thoughts about yourself, or this feeling of being trapped in a situation. I think that it's time to kind of straighten out your priorities when it comes to money, when it comes to work, and all of that sort of has to happen and line up so that you can cut away these distractions and focus on that love energy that you're looking to bring in. Okay, so this is a big time of transformation for you. This is a big time of you ending some chapters. We have double tens here. So this is a process that you're going through or will be going through soon that's going to really get you in better alignment. And a lot of it is about setting up boundaries, whether it's with someone you're with now or if you're completely single with people around you. Okay, let's see what else we can get about this situation. Get some clarifiers from the Lenormand deck for number 1. Beautiful. So you have the keys and you have the lilies here. This is really beautiful because this is saying to me that you have the ability to get clarity, okay? Because the key unlocks the door. The key can keep things safe too, and so it's also about boundaries as well. I think with the lilies here, which is about purity of intent, it can be a connection to family, but it's also like committed connection, committed relationship. And it's interesting because you see the king here and you see the sword, okay? And here we have the Queen of Swords. So what I see coming for you is a really good connection, a good relationship, somebody who has honest intentions and who is looking for something committed, okay? I feel like the choice is going to be yours. You have the key. This also can signify that the waiting or the like a problem being resolved with a positive outcome. So I think the universe is saying be patient, allow things to work through. This is about standing up for yourself, speaking your truth. There is a way through this situation. It's about focusing on what's of value to you. You do have really beautiful energy coming through with the key and the lilies because this is, you know, a card of a peaceful, committed relationship, a stable, happy future. It's about patience, it's about wisdom. And so these two together gives me that feeling of someone who's wise, someone who's going to take that moment and take a step back to really, you know, just to be mature about something. So if you're in a relationship, this is about being mature, taking your time. If you're completely single, this is telling you, yes, I see a mature and committed bond coming through for you, a stable relationship. It could even be someone older, someone mature, someone wise. Yeah, I feel like your partner is going to help you a lot in life. Okay, this is also about having important conversations, which we see with the swords, Queen of Swords, the overall energy today, the Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, needing solutions, and the key, unlocking them. Okay, so for singles, I definitely see the potential for a long-term successful connection with someone who's mature, someone who's wise. And for couples, this is really showing some stability and happiness coming and a level of commitment, which kind of unlocks that deeper connection. Okay, really beautiful. Oh, exciting. Now, if you're completely single, okay, completely, I'm going to pull you an archetype card and we're going to take a look at some energy around you right now when it comes to masculine energy. For singles, let's see what we have. The CEO, powerful and driven, success shines, but does it warm hearts? Wow, and look what number that is, 10. You have 2 10s and you have older person, wise, someone who's really smart. The sword energy is coming through. So that is the archetype of the energy around you, my single friends. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like a personal reading, I have good news. I am back. I am offering personal readings this month. It's a 10-minute video recorded reading, either about a very specific question when you have some specific issue or a person you really want a reading on, or you can get a general reading, you know, just about what's coming up for you personally. So use the link below, or you can always email me if you have any questions. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things. They're right here, and it's free and it's easy. It really helps my channel, and I love hearing from you. If you want to become a member, hit the join button and you can watch my November's monthly reading, as well as any bonus content coming up and all of the bonus content that I have to date. So you'll be able to watch all of those readings, okay? Those are for members only, so hit the membership button. I am sending you lots of love, and I'll see you back here soon. Have a beautiful day. Hi, number 2. Let's get started with your reading today. Today's a general reading about what's coming next in love. Please ignore the Band-Aid. And you started with the Ace of Swords. That's what you were drawn to. I love the Ace of Swords because it always signifies change. It's clarity. It's, you know, connected to communication because it's a sword, which is like the way you think, the way you talk, all of that. There's sometimes some sort of promotion or something with the crown on top. It's like a breakthrough moment, but it's also a signal for me that you are about to have some sort of shift and change. So very interesting. Let's see what that is. We're doing a general reading. We're going to see where it takes us today. For number 2, what's coming next in love? I got up super early today, so I thought, let me do a reading. Ooh, it's almost a full moon too. Scorpio, Taurus. It's full moon in Taurus in Scorpio season. Ooh, look at all those moons. Look at all those moons. That's about change too, and that's the Fool. That's a fresh start. Ooh, very exciting. So we've got 2 major arcana, meaning new chapters, big shifts and changes. Wow, beautiful. Queen of Pentacles. We love the Queen of Pentacles. She is a really beautiful energy. You have the 4 of Cups. The King of Cups. Ooh, under the moon. Beautiful. We've got a king and a queen here. Aha, the Tower under the Fool. Interesting. I was wondering when that change was going to show up. There it is. That's way too many. But you know what? I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them. You're getting extra cards here because you need them. So we're going to take a look at that. Very interesting. Okay. Make sure you can see everything. I can see everything. Okay, so this is interesting. There's definitely a focus here on trusting your intuition, going deep, not letting the past hold you back, okay? You have change signaled here by both the Knight of Cups and the Chariot. This is movement. It's a little delayed, but this is also signifying movement, change, someone new coming in, or someone coming into your life, or you moving forward in some way, okay? It feels connected to love because we start with the 4 reversed, and you see that hand coming in, the gift from the universe, this love energy. This person is either bored or focused on the past or not paying attention, distracted, waiting for the right opportunity. and it's reversed. So I like the Four of Cups reversed because I always feel like it's a letting go of something. It's like you're ready to take action, you're ready to focus, you're letting go of something from the past. And we have this person sort of taking the cup and riding along with it. So I like that. But there's definitely some obstacles and some things we have to talk about here, especially with the Tower at the center, right under the Fool. So big change can be very disruptive, but with the Tower, it's about clearing away anything that is fake, that is false, that isn't a solid structure, right? It's interesting because a lot of times in the Tower, in the traditional deck, you'll see a crown on the top being knocked off, and we have the crown here. So I'm kind of thinking about that in terms of that crown energy, like someone, it may be either leaving your life or some big shift happening when it comes to you and what you find grounding. You know, maybe something about a move, a change of residence, a change in a job. There's some sort of change and shift coming. It is for the better. It ultimately is going to lead you to a good place. But, you know, unexpected disturbing events are never easy, so you just want to be aware of that. This is really a message about your intuition and your trusting your feelings, trusting that you can stay calm in situations, that you will be balanced. If you're in a love relationship right now, I would say that there is definitely a need to sort of listen and trust your intuition and not overreact to any sudden changes, okay? If you're completely single, it feels that the universe is saying it's never too late to begin again. It's never too late to start fresh. I see you in a really good place ultimately here, in a place of maybe starting a family, because the rabbit is here, the sign of fertility with the Queen, but she's focused on her security. The Queen of Pentacles is always focused on her security. Okay, so if, for example, you've been too focused on outward appearances or too focused on security, and it's a false sense of security, you're going to have a breakthrough. There's going to be a moment where you're going to realize that, you know what, in order to really have all the things I want, I have to stop sort of just dreaming about them. I have to stop just imagining them, and I have to actually take practical steps. The disruption here a lot of times is external with the Tower, but for you in this reading today, I almost feel like it's you could sort of set this in motion, okay? Because here you are juggling. This is you, like maybe after this event or when you make this decision, you know, having to juggle, having to change and shift, like the moon phases, okay? I feel like with the full moon coming up, like tomorrow, I think, there could be some sort of revelation for you. It could be around a male, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. A lot of Pisces energy here with the moon and the King of Cups with the fishtail. There could be like some sort of revelation, some sort of clarity around this person very soon, okay? So if that's someone you're dating, you might have some sort of revelation. You might have a new beginning with that person, or you could have a major disruption in your life, which is going to ultimately lead you to actual security, okay? To what you're looking for when it comes to love. This is showing me that someone could be coming in, okay? Like I said, you could decide, you know what? I have been afraid of connecting. I've been afraid of relationship energy, but I see in the future that you are connecting with it. There is a bit of a delay when it comes to the movement and change. You don't want to be stuck. You want to allow yourself to kind of take the reins when it comes to your choices coming up after this potential disruption. It's going to be really up to you to kind of believe in yourself and know that you have the wand, the magic in your hands, that you control the ship, okay? I feel like there's something about you needing to to figure out what's real, what's not, to focus on your priorities. This is also a Pisces energy. So I will say you have a lot of Pisces energy around you in this reading today, whatever that means for you, okay? Whether that's a person you know or whether that connects with you in some way. We are going through Saturn in the last degrees retrograding in Pisces, just from I'm an astrologer too, so I can't help but think about how this is impacting your birth chart and the planets, how they're affecting. But this is really about going back and figuring out what solid things you want to create in your life, okay? And I think that this disruption, whatever it is, if it's happened already, I had a major disruption, as a lot of you know, recently. It gives you clarity, okay? And I just don't want you to be afraid of starting over, because that's the energy I feel. And when you do that, I see you sitting in a very comfortable place in the future. I see you having that pentacle in your hand, the queen, in charge, nurturing, you know, having a solid foundation. And there's a shift and change with love. So it looks beautiful despite this disruption. The disruption's underneath the Fool. So I kind of feel like, it's like, listen, this has to happen to give you a fresh start. It's like maybe you were stubborn, or maybe you were lost in, you know, lost in the sauce, as I like to say, and you're not facing reality. And it's like the full moon might give you some clarity. You might begin to really sort of see something clearly, or see someone clearly. You're going to have to maintain your sense of balance. But ultimately, you have this big change coming where you're sort of taking the reins in your life. You're moving into this queen, you know, energy. Okay? Beautiful. Let's get some clarifiers here from the Lenormand for number 2 about this love situation. Yeah, just the focus here is don't try not to believe that your past, or, you know, something, bad things or disruptive things or hard things from the past are going to keep you from the future. They're not. You just have to sort through what's real, what it is you want, what you value, what you don't. And I think that whatever this disruption is going to help give you that clarity. And it initiates that change for you. Yeah, we have the clouds. The clouds show a short-term problem, okay? But it is short-term, okay? Because clouds part and the sun comes out. So that's letting me know that it is short-term, okay? If you are in a couple situation, this could be, you know, some sort of disruption that's a setback, but it doesn't mean that it's over. It means that it's temporary. There could be a new beginning for you. This is really a card of a new beginning. Wow. There you go. Commitment. And a ring, right? For that beautiful Queen of Pentacles. And the ring is about some sort of commitment. You know, obviously it could be an engagement. It is an engagement ring. So for those of you that are in a relationship, this is about staying steady through storms, okay? Figuring out what's real, what's not. There's delays, but it doesn't mean that you don't ultimately get that clarity. You know what it is you want, and you get it. The queen has the coin in her hand. This is the ring, right? It can be an engagement. It could signify a contract, some sort of promise or bond coming up. And it's like, it could be you selling your home, okay, or having to unexpectedly, but ultimately it's going to lead you to more security in some way. I don't know who that's for, but I just felt like there was somebody who might need to hear that. But the clouds are like worries, right? It's like having clouded vision. It's confusion, which is the 7 of Cups too. That's confusion. The moon, that's confusion. So this is really showing me that this is moving away. This is in the past, this is in the future. So that uncertainty, the period of uncertainty is passing, whatever your situation is. So you can know that if you have some sort of cloud hanging over your relationship, you're going to have a fresh start. There's a rocky period, but it helps you get clarity, okay? And if you're completely single, this is saying you are going to get clear about what it is you want. You're going to start manifesting this relationship instead of just dreaming about it, okay? And that's really an important message for your singles. Now, for singles, I'm going to pull you an archetype, and we're going to see what energy is around you right now, what masculine energy is around you right now. This may or may not be the long-term person. This could just be someone coming up. We're just going to get a vibe here and a check on who is around you right now for my singles. Number 2. The photographer, observant and always ready. He'll capture everything except the moment you actually want. These are a little sarcastic and funny, but the energy is what's important. The photographer's taking a picture of a snowman. So I do feel, because at least in this part of the world, we're moving towards winter. Okay, we're in November, so we're going towards winter. Obviously, if you're on the other side, you are not. But it's still, for me, a symbol of December, wherever you are, because I'm reading it and I'm here, and this is December, right? So, yeah, I almost also feel like it's like with the photographer and you have the lens, you're seeing something clearly, okay? You're focusing. I also think this is a message for you too. There's layers here, but with the 7 of Cups and with the 4 of Cups reversed, it's like the clouds are clearing. You're focused. You're focused. So I think this focus is coming in the next month or 2, okay, for you, especially with that full moon coming up. I feel like something is coming into focus. Those clouds will be shifting. You're going to get clarity when it comes to love. Alrighty, that's your reading. I'm so excited. If you would like, I have good news. If you want a personal reading, I'm back, I'm available, and I'm doing them for the month of November. Yay. So go ahead, use the link below. I do a 10-minute reading for you. You can ask a love question. You can get a general reading about what's coming up for you. You can email me. We can, talk about whatever it is. Give me as much detail as you'd like. It's very collaborative. It's video recorded. It's approximately 10 minutes. I use tarot cards, oracles, charms, depends on you, depends on your reading. So it'll be very specific and tailored for you. The link is below if you want to order that. Takes about a week, sometimes less, depends on how many orders I get. I'm very good at turning them around quickly. So if you'd like to join the Aphrodite Circle and become a paid member, you can get access to my November monthly reading, as well as all my other bonus readings and extended readings. You'll get access to all of that and anything coming up in the next month. So go ahead and do that if you'd like, because I am going to be doing lots of bonus readings. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. Those are free. Just do that, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. And you can check out my channel and explore. So if this is your first time, welcome, come back. I hope you enjoyed it. And to all my friends out there, I love you guys. Thanks for your beautiful comments. You make all of this very, very worthwhile. So thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Hi, number 3. Let's get started with your reading today. Please excuse the Band-Aid. You started with the Ace of Wands. That card really spoke to you today. And I love the Ace of Wands because this talks about needing to grab that opportunity. Wands are about some sort of project, some sort of new love, some sort of adventure, something that's going to grow quickly, but you have to grab it. It's about a sense of urgency in a lot of ways. So let's get started and see where the reading takes us. This is a general reading, so we're going to see what the universe has for you when it comes to love today. Okay, so you have the Three of Cups. We're just going to kind of go like that. The Moon. And the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, I love that. That kind of looks like an autumnal sky, doesn't it? With that orange. Just makes me think of the fall, you know. In this part of the world, it's fall. I know it's not fall on the other side of the world, so hi to all my friends over in Australia and other places. But this is, for me, it's like the leaves are off the trees. It feels very fall. Ooh, Knight of Swords is underneath here. That's really talking about not delaying, which is exactly what I was saying. There's a sense of urgency. There's a message here about not delaying. Justice reversed. Interesting, under the Three of Cups. Get these guys organized. Strength reversed. There's a lot of, yeah, it's interesting because I feel the slowness. I feel, there he is. The King of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. That's the overall energy of your reading today. So let's take a moment. This is intense and interesting because there's that wand, and here he is, the King of Wands. This is who we're talking about, okay? Moving slow. Interesting. Okay, let's take a moment and look at all of this. I think this is really exciting because I see this beautiful adventure coming up. Okay, I see the potential here for either a very strong person coming into your life or you really sort of stepping into a really powerful position when it comes to love, regaining your balance. You have a lot of messages here about regaining balance. With the Strength reversed, you may be feeling conflicted about something or insecure about something when it comes to love. With Justice reversed, you can even see that the scales are upside down. This can be, you know, an imbalance maybe around your friends with the Three of Cups, feeling like maybe someone did something to you or you haven't been there for them or they haven't been there for you. There's this sense of needing to get your life back in balance, and there's a bit of frustration around which direction to go. And I feel like the frustration could be from the energy of this love, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very direct. He is somebody who takes action. He knows what he wants. He has a lot of passion. He wants to move. He wants to do things. So I feel like there's a need for you coming up to really to trust and respect the King of Wands energy in your life, whether it's expressing itself in you, if you're completely single, or if it's a partner. But I feel like that's part of your journey right now because it's like the universe doesn't want you to give up on love. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but I just feel like the universe doesn't want you to give up on love because the Knight of Pentacles is very sure, is very calm, takes their time, plots and plans, follows through. There's something about you needing to follow through. There's an exciting spark that's going to happen, but there may be conflict with friends. There may be a little bit of fear or insecurity on your part, but the overall message here is a card of security. The Emperor is all about having the world in your hands, being really in command of your life and in charge of your life. There's a lot of fire that wants to be expressed. We have Leo, we have Sag, we have Aries, all coming through in your reading today. And those are the signs of creativity, of travel, of passion, of inspiration. So I think for you, there's a message here about needing to get your own power back, to find balance in your relationships. I think love with a powerful person is definitely part of your future, whether you have met that person already or not, but there is definitely the energy of someone who's very passionate, somebody who's very powerful. And I think that for you, it's going to be like a breakthrough to connect with this person, because ultimately you are a powerful person. You are the woman and the lion, you know, which is about two very powerful people that aren't afraid. It's like you have, what's coming up is you have to sort of reconcile something here, either with within yourself, your past choices, or your friendships, or feeling isolated, or feeling not supported, or you not supporting others, because it's like you have to have all of that in balance so that you have that support, so that you feel that like community lifting you up, because I feel like you have a very big sort of adventure coming up, and it's something that you want to share with other people. You know, you want to share it with other people. And I think that this love energy is one that has to be given an outlet. It has to be allowed to grow. It has to be allowed to move and change. And there could be a little bit of blocks here, either within yourself or from people around you. And so that you want to get back in balance. But yeah, ultimately, there's the change and shift is coming. It might have taken a while, but then once it hits, you have to grab it. The King of Wands is coming in, or the King of Wands in your own self is coming through. And it's like Emperor energy. It's very, very, it's fast. It's fast, it's solid, it's confident, and this person is solid and fast and confident. And this is about you not being afraid of this partner. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Ooh. Okay, let's see what the Lenormand has for you about love today, number 3. But yeah, very empowered. Very exciting. There could be a connection to travel, like I said, creativity, a project that you're working on. This could be someone who's self-employed, somebody who owns their own company, somebody who's very creative. Yeah. So we have an ending of some sort that needs to happen. And look at this. The Leo energy. So you got the Lion here and the Leo energy with strength. You have the King of Wands here. And this card is amazing because not only does it connect with Leo, so I do think there's a possibility of either a creative thing, something playful, something musician, something romantic, but also this is success. This is King of Wands energy. And in this deck, it's the most like positive card you can get. So any negatives are completely kind of neutralized by this card. So this is really good for you when it comes to the future and love. Okay, so let's deal with this one. This is stagnation. Besides being endings and goodbyes, it can be sad, but it's putting an end to a situation or a relationship that needs to go, right? So I think that it's going to be positive for you, though. This is that stuck energy, right? The Knight of Swords. Remember, I started it by saying you have to grab it, right? So that stagnation is over. There's this new, you know, energy coming through that may have seemed like it's taken a long time, but once it gets here, it's like on fire. okay? And this is joy, you know, the sun is success, it's positivity, it's warmth, it's light, it's the King of Wands, it really is. It represents the season of summer, so this could be a summer situation coming up for you. It's the most powerful card in the deck, and it outshines any of those negative cards. So with the Coffin, it's like that stagnation is swept away, okay? So that's what I see. I see whatever stagnation you've been experiencing being swept away. Yeah, that's a goodie. Okay, now for all my singles, I'm going to see what masculine energy is around you. I'm going to pull you an archetype. Let's see what masculine energy is around you right now. This doesn't necessarily mean long-term or the person in the reading. This is just energy in this moment. I want to see this one. Ha! The therapist, supportive and insightful. He'll understand your problems and bill you for it. Now, just bear in mind that these are a little sarcastic. So the little bottom line, the ... part is kind of funny, and they're supposed to be. Okay, so here you go. This is moving through things, right? Sweeping away the stagnation, which is, you know, any of your fears from the past, any of the relationships that you need to heal, or anything that was imbalanced, okay? So this could actually be, for some, connecting with a therapist who really helps you do that. But this also can be connecting with someone who is like that, who is insightful and supportive. That, you know, could be the King of Wands. This was so fun. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like a private reading for the month of November, I am offering them. I'm back. So if you've been waiting, thank you for your patience, and I'm excited to do your readings. You can choose any question. I will video record a 10-minute reading approximately, just like this, and you'll watch it on a private link right here on YouTube. It's super easy. You can email me the details. You can write your details in the notes section of your payment. I can also just do a general reading for you about what's coming next in love. So that's available to you this month. Use the link below. And if you want to join and become an Aphrodite Circle member, you'll get access to all my bonus readings and content. Go ahead and use the link below. You can watch the November monthly and everything else coming up this month and next month. So super excited. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is all the free things you can do. When you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified whenever I bring you a new reading. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the Love Goddess community. You are all beautiful, and I love you. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon. Hi, number 4. Sorry about the Band-Aid. Let's get started with your reading about what's coming next in love. You chose the Ace of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful energy. It's about abundance, prosperity, some sort of opportunity coming in to bring in more abundance, whether it's financial, material, you know, something that is going to bring you happiness and good fortune. The Pentacles are connected to the physical realm, to material possessions, to finances, and the element here is the Earth, which is connected to the zodiac signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so let's get started by pulling cards for your reading about what's coming next. And this is general, so we're just going to see where it leads us. Wow, the moon has come up in, I want to say, at least 3 of the 4. Okay, so we have Justice and the 6 of Swords. Interesting. The 3 of Wands. The Page of Swords. Whoa, the Tower. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Eight of Wands is your overall energy of your reading today. Ooh, okay, let's break this down. Okay, so this is really interesting because you chose that Ace of Pentacles, right? Which is about this abundance, this stability, right? And I do see change coming up for you. And I think that intuitively you know that some sort of major shift is coming. I feel like it's been something that's been coming for a while. And I feel like the universe is saying, listen, you're on the right path, okay? Keep going, plan for the future, make changes. There's a big world out there, okay? It might be the water looks a little rough, but your ships are coming in, right? You're gonna have more opportunities than you have now. It can be connected to some sort of move, some sort of change, okay? The Six of Swords shows a mother and child sort of adrift in the sea, leaving behind something that was those rough waters, okay? And moving towards calm waters, moving towards the light, okay? Which represents sort of like the hermit's light and the lantern, which has the star inside of it. So there's some healing coming for you about a situation in your life. I feel like some sort of karma is being rebalanced. There could be a big disruption, or there could have been like a divorce, breakup, losing the house, having to move, job loss, money, something. It can just be you realizing that it's time to change and move on from something. And it's not easy, okay? It's not easy. All those swords show that it's not. However, it hasn't been healthy for you, and it's been keeping you stuck, whatever that situation is. So I see you moving on from an unhealthy situation that was keeping you stuck. I see some sort of balance and karma, and I see it positive for you because the karma is being balanced, and what you've done is speak the truth, and you're being your authentic self. There could be a Libra involved in this situation, doesn't have to be, but she represents the sign Libra. She also represents legal cases, court cases, past choices and decisions you made, and being sort of rewarded for them. You know, it's that karma being balanced here, okay? This is really showing me that, you know, there's something from the past that either you've had a hard time speaking about, or you've been afraid of expressing, right? And it's your truth. And so speak your truth, learn the lessons of the past, and don't let the past keep you in there. Keep you in the past, okay? You're definitely getting a message here of moving on from a situation and moving towards a lot more, okay, because of this shift and change. I see you also, it's unrelated, but maybe dealing with some health stuff, or getting better health routines. Once you move through this situation, it sparks you realizing you need to take care of yourself, okay? Now, we have Pisces energy coming through here, as well as Libra. And now, in terms of love, what's interesting is you started with that pentacle, and you have the Knight reversed. So it's like this situation has been stuck. It hasn't been growing the way you've wanted it to. So there needs to be a shift in order to connect with that energy, that love energy that you're looking for. I feel like it's not where you are right now. Okay, so if you are in a partnership, you could be moving on, okay? You could be moving on from that partnership. I see you finding love at a distance from where you are. And I also see a lot more opportunity coming for you, which is exciting. You're going from the Three of Wands right now, which is the planning stage, and seeing all that, you know, that there's this big world out there and that you have a part in it, and moving towards the Eight, which is like having a lot of opportunities. This can also be meeting someone online dating. This can be going on lots of dates, being super busy. This can be meeting someone through travel, you know, through a move, because I do see either, if it's not a physical move, moving on mentally from a situation that has kept you stuck in the past and afraid. So you're releasing fear. You're releasing fear around relationships. You're getting better habits, and you're going to have many more opportunities. Okay, so lots here. Now, we do have this Tower moment, okay? Now, it's underneath that Justice, so it feels like almost the release of something that needed to come to light. Like, so something in your life, it's like it needed to erupt in a way. It needed to break through, because whatever it is, it definitely feels like it's holding you back. You know, the Tower is about unexpected change, sudden change, something you built, you know, coming crashing down, but it also is the truth with Justice being set free. Okay, so don't be afraid of the collapse. Don't be afraid of conflict here, because you have Justice on top of it. So it's like the truth is being set free. It may be painful, okay, but this destruction ultimately leads you to rebirth. Okay, and to these opportunities that you're really wanting. So it's really beautiful, okay? Some of you may have someone else that you're moving with, like a child, a family member. There's definitely an energy here of like a protectiveness of someone else too. Beautiful. So I really think there's also, you just see all this transformation with the butterflies, which I love this deck because it really shows that. Right? So here you're thinking about it, you're planning it. This is you letting go of your fears. This is trusting your intuition. This is the truth coming out. This is you moving on, okay? This is releasing that stuck energy and actually going for what it is you were drawn to in the first place. So first of all, trust your intuition, because you chose the Ace and you got the Knight, okay? And there he is, holding that pentacle that you chose, okay? Trust yourself. Your world is expanding. Okay, now I'm going to pull some clarifiers from the Lenormand. Let's see what other information you need today about what's coming next in love. Number 4, what do you need? This is about movement and change, the stork. This can be about also the seasons. This can be about a child too. Announcements, some sort of announcement, some sort of truth coming out about a child. This can be about moving, flight, taking flight. Wow. And I love that the Queen is here in the background. It's like stepping into your Queen energy, that Lady Justice energy. There's the ending, okay? Wow. So the stork, you know, the stork obviously has that traditional connection to, you know, to some sort of, you know, a birth of a child, but it also represents change. It represents restlessness. It's migration. It's an upheaval too. So it's that Tower energy. It's about cycles, seasonal changes. You know, it really feels like it's the end of some sort of cycle for you. With the coffin, which represents stagnation and endings and goodbyes. You have the goodbye here with the 6 of Swords. It is sadness, because it's not easy to put an end to a relationship or a situation, but it is important, okay? You know, it could be a financial situation, and I feel like if things have been really, really hard for you, this is like, I know it's been tough. But with the Tower, it's like maybe your business had trouble, maybe you went bankrupt, you know, you lost a lot of money. It's like you're moving on from that. You're moving on from that and you're getting new opportunities, okay? And I do feel like these new opportunities come in terms of love and in terms, you know, Venus rules love and money. And I feel like for some of you, there is a connection here. But opportunities come when you pick up and migrate. It's time to move on. This is also the Queen of Cups here with that heart energy. So that's about balancing those emotions and facing your fears with that Moon card. So yeah, although it's not easy, I do see the end of a difficult situation, okay? Now, for all my singles, I'm gonna pull you, if you're completely single, what masculine archetype energy is around you right now. This isn't necessarily your long-term connection or forever person. This is just fun, and let's just see who's hanging around you energetically right now. You have the Climber, ambitious and daring. He'll scale mountains, but forget your birthday. Now, keep in mind, these are sarcastic. The little last lines are always sort of funny. But yeah, so this is also connected to the ambition, right? And to going forward and to travel, you know, but also think about it. You chose the earth energy of the Ace. And what do we have there? Mountains. So there you go. Okay, this person feels very athletic, very ambitious. And it's like he's willing to go the distance. So there's something about him that although he's got like this energy of being very daring and adventurous, he also, as a rock climber, has to do things repetitively, and this could also be your energy. It's like focusing on healthy outdoor activities could also be a really good thing for you right now. Okay, so there you go. That's your reading for today. I hope it helped you. I can't wait to hear your comments. If you need a private reading, November's the month to get one. I'm back. I'm offering private personal readings. I do a 10-minute video recorded reading just like this using tarot cards and oracle and sometimes charms, sometimes dice. You know, I'll do all different things depending on your question and the energy I feel from you. You can email me details if you want. It's very collaborative. It takes about a week or less for you to get it. You watch it right here on a private link on YouTube, so it's really nice and simple, easy, and this is the month when I'm offering them. So I do it occasionally, and this is the way you can do it. Just click the link below. Also, if you're interested in becoming a member of the Aphrodite Circle, that's the paid membership here, and that's where you get access to the bonus readings and the extended readings. You can watch the November monthly if you join today. So go ahead and hit that, and you can please like, comment, and subscribe. All those things are free before you leave. Very easy to do. Once you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. So thanks for being here. I absolutely love you guys. If this was your first time, welcome in. Come back, see me again, check out my other videos, and I will talk to you all really soon. Have a good one.